Hey everybody, welcome on into the Delmarva Sports Insider. I'm Sports Director Brandon Bossert.
What's up, it's yours truly, Sports Anchor Devin J. Martin. We got a lot to talk about tonight, as we do every Friday night, Brandon.
Yeah, we're down to the Delaware teams at this point. The Bayside Conference now done. We've got lacrosse, baseball, softball to talk about tonight. We're going to start with the state champions that we saw last night. A few teams looking to win the state championship, but we saw an actual state championship handed out last night.
Yeah, we saw one of our teams be able to get the state trophy. Cape Henlopen girls lacrosse, they were facing their arch rivals.
It's become a real rivalry.
Yeah, Tatnall. They faced each other, what, 4 years in a row in the title game. Last year, Tatnall was able to stop the reign of the Vikings. Let's see what happened yesterday. The Hornets stung first, but the Vikings take control. They rattle off 6 of the next 7 scores, including a pair from Lindsay D'Ambrosi. The netminders were at their best the other day. Senior Anna Lopez making clutch saves. Opposite her was senior Devin Chipman, who made very many impressive stops.
She was so impressive for the Hornets yesterday. She's the reason that Tatnall was in this game. This was just a 2-score game at halftime, but Cape Henlopen took it to another level. They scored just 15 seconds out of the break, and then they continued to pour it on. It became 12-6 by the end of the third quarter, and at the end, Cape Henlopen basically played keep away with the ball until they ran the clock out. A couple of senior leaders, Rishko as well as D'Ambrosi, were able to score hat tricks in this one. And for Cape Henlopen, they're taking bows once again. 14 out of 15 years they've won the state championship. And we talked to them after this championship. It was pretty sweet for them after they lost the year before.
I think that they just really, it's the fastest team we've had, and they really bought into the faster we move the ball, the better we're going to be. And they really just go all out for each other all the time, and that's just fun to coach. It's just those positive attitudes. They're great friends on and off the field, and it just makes it fun.
It tastes a lot different, especially after last year. We lost, and so we had to come out even stronger, and so it's a lot more sweet.
Yeah, they lost to this team last year, Tatnall, 10-9. Their title streak of 13 straight championships was snapped in that game, and now they win their 14th in 15 years. Got to be sweet to come back and beat that very same team in the championship.
Brandon, that's an insane statement. I think it's been normalized just because of how good they've been over this last 15 years, but 14 out of 15. I mean, I just want to shed a special spotlight on senior Louise Rishko. Obviously, she's been in the state championship since her freshman year.
She has been a pillar of that team. Absolutely,
and 4 title games, obviously winning 3 of them, but she's also made an impact. It's not like she was just there along for the ride. Even as a freshman, she was scoring goals, and now with the hat trick from the other day's game, she's got 7 goals in just the state championship game. So scoring goals when they count and mean the most, Brandon, and she gets to go out on top, getting revenge on Tatnall and getting her 3rd ring.
Yeah, congratulations to Ms. Rishko as well as the rest of the Vikings. But this has turned into a really fun rivalry in girls lacrosse. Cape Henlopen just dominating for years and years. Never really had that true rival, and now they've played Tatnall 4 straight years. Had some great games the last few years, so it's great to see that for girls lacrosse. But hats off to the Vikings for putting in the work. I think that us as fans watching this say, Cape Henlopen's just going to win again next year. They're just going to win again next year. But what you don't see is all of the work that goes on behind closed doors.
It's not a given. They obviously have to put in that work to become such crazy title favorites. So it's not like they're just sleepwalking to a championship and they're not putting in any effort. They're going hard all year, basically every day nonstop, and that's why they're in the positions that they're constantly in.
Yeah, so congratulations once again. It's great to see all the hard work that they put in. And this was a large senior class for Cape, about 13 players who are going to be graduating, but we also saw some of the stars of the future, like sophomore Claire Lopez and freshman Allie Deal and freshman Haley Gamachella, who also scored in this game. So Cape,
they're going to be here for a while.
They're reloading. We'll probably see them again next year. All right, make sure you stay updated while we're at these games, like last night in real time. Follow WMDT Sports on Facebook and X right now. You'll want to follow us for the next week because we're going to be at quite a few state championships coming up, including boys lacrosse potentially. We have 2 teams still standing. First, we're going to check in on who else but Cape Henlopen, who's been the dominant team in boys lacrosse as well in the Henlopen Conference. What a dominating effort we saw from the Vikings. Senior Anderson Smith finding the nylon not 3, not 4, not 6 times in this one. Jacob Schell scoring the first goal of the evening. He finished with a hat trick as well. Anderson's brother Braddock with a tally, part of a 10-goal first quarter as the Vikings finished the regular season 11-4, 2 in-state losses, including to Sally's. Now, we've seen Cape and Sally's meeting up in the finals just about every single year, Devin, and for about a decade now. And again, Cape the 2 seed, Sally's is the 1. Tomorrow, the quarterfinals, as Cape will host St. Mark's. A win, and they would play the winner of Cesar Rodney and Tatnall in the semifinals coming up on Wednesday.
So, yeah, it's just going from girls to boys. Cape, the boys lacrosse team, also a dominant team, but they have another title contender that is just as good, if not better, in their opponent that they face all the time in Sally's. Obviously, that was a big game last year that they lost in the state championship, so maybe they can get back and get some revenge on Sally's. Now, the other Henlopen Conference boys lacrosse team is still alive in Cesar Rodney. The Riders dismantling Sanford 19-4. The Riders are led by an incredible group of juniors, including this man, Ian Betts with 5 goals and 5 assists against the Warriors. Parker Smith added 5 goals as well. Julius Timmons credited with 5 points, and they're all juniors. So they're going to be here for at least the next season and a half. Yeah,
and Braxton Faircloth also shows up in these highlights. Just a freshman. He added a hat trick and 2 assists as well for CR. So they will play Tatnall with a spot in the semifinals on the line. And one thing is for sure, we will be hearing from them next year as well. I think that they are going to give Cape Henlopen a run for their money next year with all these players continuing to mature. All right, and finally, let's see all the games that are going to be taking place tomorrow around Delaware. First, softball quarterfinals. Spots in the Final Four are on the line. Sussex Central taking on Appoquinimink. That should be a fantastic matchup in Georgetown. Laurel hosting Cesar Rodney. A great Henlopen versus Henlopen rivalry game. Then we've got St. Mark's hosting Cape Henlopen, who has been somewhat of a surprising upstart team this year. And the defending champions, Caravel, taking on Smyrna up there in Bear.
Now let's go up to baseball and get to some of the different matchups that are going to be happening tomorrow. We're in the second round. Sussex Tech is going to host Redline. The 2-seeded Ravens are looking really, really good.
The Henlopen champion Ravens as well. Give them a little bit of credit there as well.
So they're definitely going to be a team to look out for tomorrow. Laurel is going to be on the road against top-seeded Sussex Central, and Cape Henlopen hosts Middletown tomorrow as well. Those 3 teams, Sussex Central, Sussex Tech, and Cape Henlopen, are definitely the 3 best teams from the Henlopen, and definitely all title favorites. And then Dover, they're going to be facing against their Cesar Rodney, the Henlopen North rival. And then you got Delmar going on the road against William Penn. So all those games will be happening tomorrow up in Delaware.
Yeah, and we'll have all those final scores for you coming up tomorrow night. And that'll do it for the A block. We're calling our first time out. But when we return, we've got a local athlete spotlight where we come back with After the Whistle, all new from Devin J. Martin. Don't go anywhere, that and more when the Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
Hi, I'm state champion Lindsay D'Ambrogi with Cape Henlopen Girls Lacrosse, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.